Hello everybody, welcome to the first modding update on ChemCraft. If you don't know what ChemCraft is, it's my Minecraft mod which aims to add real chemistry to Minecraft. So reactions, ores, I don't know, like glassware and stuff, you know what I mean. In this update, I'm just going to summarize what I've done so far on stream and off stream. And I'll show you guys and explain as much as I can. Alright, first of all, let's look at acids. So right here, I got acids. You can see you got nitric acid, sulfuric acid, carbonic acid, nitrous acid, you know, all the fun acids. And here we got some less known acids like selenic acid or chromic acid or orthosilic acid. And we have hydrobromic, hydrochloric, hydrofluoric, you know, hydroiodic acid. So yeah, the reason there's so much acids is because I just grabbed the polyatomic ion and just slapped a hydrogen on it. You will see more about that later. The one thing is that acetic acid right here, the hydrogen should be on the other end, so gotta fix that later. Yeah, I do want to add as well that currently there's not really functionality for any of these acids or any of the things I'm going to show you. I have not added them yet. This is just for show, technically, right now. So yeah, don't expect these acids to do anything. Alright, next I want to do alloys. If you don't know what an alloy is, it's basically a mixture of like one or two metals which have different properties most of the time than, you know, the original metals. Like, for example, I think copper and zinc make brass. Alright, so if you take a look at alloys, the one thing about alloys I want to say is that they're not complete at all. And I have not really worked on them either. Because right now, every single metal is gonna alloy with every single other metal, and it'll repeat as well. Look at copper, and it'll say like copper lithium right here. Well, if you search up copper lithium, we'll get this. And if you search up lithium copper, we get the same thing, but it's technically a different one. So a lot of unnecessary metals, a lot of them don't even have textures, as you can see, and a lot of them don't make sense. So like, I really have to work on this and fix this. Right now, this is just for show. It doesn't even do anything. Like, even the name of it is still alloy for every single one of them, as you can see, as I'm like going through all of them. So yeah, this is just a placeholder right now. I'm gonna work on that later. All right, next we're gonna do the most prettiest and I think the most polished items and the tab as a whole so far, which are the elements. You know, we can't have a chemistry mod without elements. If we take a look here, we could see that we have a bunch of elements with a bunch of cool different textures, and you can see there's chunks, a puff, and a handful. Don't do this, please. So, look, we got vials here as well, and got elements. As you can see, this says hold Alt to see all information, and also these numbers. This is an electron configuration. I'm just working on this. This is just for placeholders, so I'll be here later. But yeah, I'm just making sure if it works or not. It doesn't work, like, for example, like copper and I think chromium. Like, copper will put us 4s electron in this 3D shell, so like one of them is full and the other one's half full. That's more stable. Okay, so if we hold Alt next to these items, let's see what happens. And we can see information about it. So the symbol, the group, the average atomic weight, the electronegativity, density, melting point, and boiling point. Oh yeah, and I want to say that the density, I didn't fully like do all the density for everything yet. So a lot of them just have defaulted to hydrogen. So yeah, we have like stuff like this, for example, like potassium. Look at the electronegativity, it's very low. We also have the beaker right here, and that I'm still working on. Again, just something I started working on, and then I realized probably not do that and work on other, like, polish and other stuff. So yeah, that's my bad. And as well, we also have the alloy, which is right here. This is just a placeholder alloy, it's not an alloy of anything. Once again, just messing around with stuff. Alright, here we are the vials. I'm not sure how I did this. I'm pretty sure I used ideal gas law to figure out the amount of milliliters and obviously the density. So a lot of these might be wrong, actually. But, you know, it's whatever. Not density, I think I used, I don't remember what I used. I can't tell you. So these should have colors. They usually have colors, but those colors have been turned off for a while now because they're kind of half broken. And for colors, I want to do my own thing for colors anyways, you know, because right now it's just not that good. Speaking of elements, actually, now that we're talking about this, it's a pretty good segue to ionic compounds. Yes, very cool. I'm most proud of this tab, I will admit. It has no textures, but look at this. Look at this. This is just amazing. A bunch of compounds. Look, like, I'll start scrolling. Look how much compounds. You can look through every single one of them, except for the ones at the really bottom. These don't really make sense, like nobelium, doesn't really make sense. But the ones up here got like lithium nitrate, lithium carbonate, like sodium chloride, like table salt. Let's see, look at that, sodium chloride. There's just hypochlorites and chlorates or whatnot. Then you have like sodium hydroxide, you know, potassium hydroxide. I don't know, like magnesium hydroxide. What? Oh, it's a bit different because first you have to do this because, you know, it's too. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I really like these ionic compounds. Like there's so much of them, so much different ones. Like a lot of them don't work. I mean, a couple of them don't make sense and won't actually work in real life, especially some like weird oxidation states in some metals. But like I see like 95% of them like work well, and that's kind of what I need, and kind of like the most important part of it. All right, next let's do covalent compounds. And there we go. Yeah, there's only one covalent compound according to my program. So yeah, covalent compounds really difficult to set up. Not that difficult, but it's just more the fact that it's a little more weird than ionic compounds. Because ionic compounds are much easier, you just balance out charges and whatnot. While covalent compounds, you need to like actually have to think about how they will bond and whatnot. So yeah, right now this only has monatomic, but also diatomic, molecular hydrogen. With a -1 charge. I see what it's coming from. Like the top one is actually what it is, so just like H, and the bottom one is what it wants to be, I think, and the one at the really bottom is the charge. So -1 kind of makes sense, but also, I mean, you know, not really. There's not really just one covalent compound. All right, next let's move on to organic chemistry. Once again, just one, which is I think this is bromopropane. Now you might be wondering if this mod will add organic chemistry. And yes, and you might be wondering then to what extent. And I want to go like as far as I can into organic chemistry, but the problem with organic chemistry is that it gets really weird really fast, and there's not really a lot of rules. Like a lot of rules that are in organic chemistry rules, they usually get broken really easily. Like this won't follow it, or that won't follow it. So you'll actually need to like program a lot of knowledge and a lot of, you know, how can I say, mechanics and like whatever else in organic chemistry. So yeah, I definitely plan on doing organic chemistry in the future. We'll have to think about how we're doing it, because like, for example, 8 carbons, you can calculate how much, you know, stuff can be made from that, like just from 8 carbons. Like use any functional group you want, like ethers, I don't know, like amines, you know, there's so much. Like I don't know, I'm not even gonna try to calculate it, but there's probably a lot, and try scaling that over like I say like 10 carbons or like 20 carbons. I mean, that's just crazy. So I definitely want to add organic chemistry. That would be so cool, but at the current moment, unfortunately, we're just gonna stick to the basics if we are gonna do organic chemistry. All right, next thing I want to do is ores. Yes, the one thing about this mod is it's gonna have realistic ores. You're not just finding like tungsten ore or like, I don't know, zirconium ore. You're not just gonna find that around, or like rubidium ore or like sodium ore. I mean, do you see how crazy that sounds? No, you're gonna get ores like this. This is the banded iron ore. Because look at this. This is what you're gonna be finding instead of iron. You're gonna find this, and I'm pretty sure this is, I'm not sure what the composition is. It's gonna be on screen now. And whatever that is, you're gonna try to get the iron out of it. Now you might be asking yourself, well, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get the iron out of it if I don't have any other chemicals? In order to make chemicals, I'll need iron and like tools. And calm down. Look, there's gonna be houses in villages. They're gonna be, they're gonna have the chemistry profession. They're gonna be chemists, and they're gonna have labs in the basement where you can borrow stuff and chemicals, for example, and you can use that to get other stuff like different ores and whatnot. I do want to, however, like make it easier, like so you can get the basic resources that you need for Minecraft. So it's not gonna be super extreme, but the more like advanced ChemCraft ores, you're gonna need to really work to get them. Let me show you some other ores I have as well. All right, here we go. Here I have some ores right here. We got galena, which is I'm sure lead, sulfur, obviously the first one of my favorite elements. Comalite, I'm not sure what that is. Banded iron, we already saw that. Limestone and brucite. So yeah, these ores are pretty cool. And right now, the only one that's really functioning is sulfur. I mean, kind of. You know, the galena has lead in it, so this is how you'll get lead. And this says, I'm not sure what these are. Probably be on screen right now, though. One thing I want to show you as well is the hammer item. So if you're much mind this is the pickaxe, I kind of want to make it so you don't get the full thing. You'll need a hammer. So maybe you get like chunks or whatnot, or like something like that, or maybe the whole block. But let's say I have this hammer, I can just, yeah, it has no texture right now, but just ignore that. Jump, and this is so satisfying, like just kind of critical hits it, you know? And I can't mine it, like otherwise. I can't that because it's weird. But, like, these just insta-mine because I haven't really added much properties for them. But look at this. This is very satisfying. It doesn't drop anything, but you get the point. you're gonna have to like, you know, reduce metals and do all sorts of fun stuff, do electrolysis and whatnot to get metals out of different compounds. So this is all the progress I have so far for the first update. So I do want to say that if you are interested in working on this mod and you have a good knowledge of chemistry, preferably like, I'm not sure what it is, like around like first year university, maybe a little bit lower than that, but you know, a good knowledge, a good base understanding of chemistry, and or you know, Minecraft modding. So, and you have a good knowledge on Java and Minecraft modding, message me. If you have both, then definitely message me. Go to the link in the description or in my About Me page, join the Discord, and DM me right away. If you have only chemistry or only Minecraft modding, still join and message me if you're interested, because for the chemistry, I might consult you if you have any questions, or you know, if you have trouble with anything chemistry related, and vice versa for the Minecraft mod. For the modding, we might approach you to solve a couple problems or help us and guide us along the way, or you'll just be working with us and, like, you know, we'll just explain to you if something works, if it's not too complicated, or, you know, whatever is in between. Currently for texture artists, I already have a texture artist, so right now there's only 2 people working on this mod. I'm the only programmer here, and my texture artist is she's pretty new, so yeah, just if you're interested, join the Discord, definitely let me know. And yeah, if you just like where this mod is going, then definitely join the Discord still, and you can talk to us and we'll just have fun. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get monetized so I can fund this mod, if you want my honest reason to ask you. And yeah, it also just really helps out. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know in the comments. I'll answer them most likely. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye bye.